And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream tonight as we've got some Western Conference action. Guess I should say today, not tonight. An afternoon game here between the Winnipeg Jets and the Dallas Stars in Winnipeg. Divisional battle, Central Division. Both teams off to very solid starts this year in playoff position currently. And who knows, may end up facing each other in the playoffs down the line. Obviously, that's a long way away. There's a lot of hockey left to be played, but this should be a good, tight matchup and a lot of fun between these two games here today, or between these two teams here today. So we'll get ready for the action. Hopefully, puck drops about 8 to 10 minutes away, and we'll be getting into this one. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. We got Eddie here, Duke, Brad. What is going on, guys? Thanks so much for being here. And I know we'll have more and more trickling in as we get closer to puck dropping into this one. So thank you guys again, and hopefully it's a fun one between these two division rivals. Mark, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for coming by. Want to let you guys know when my next stream is. I'm going to drop it in the chat right now. I usually do that before, but I forgot today. And it doesn't really matter. It's going to be the Buffalo Sabres versus the Boston Bruins on Tuesday night, the 14th. I believe that's date's correct. Let me double check. I'm going off the top of my head here. I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday the 14th. It is. Bruins Sabres, Tuesday the 14th. It's a 7 o'clock game Eastern time. So that will be my next live stream. And I got that in the chat right now. I'll pin that to the top so all you guys know when I will be live again. So that's just a few days away. Today's Saturday, so that will be Tuesday night. And that should be a good one. Buffalo and Boston meeting for the first time this season. So, Ian, what is going on? BC Transportation, welcome in. Good to see you guys in here. Thank you for coming by, as always, of course. I'm doing pretty well. How are all of you? Duke, I'm doing good. How are you? Thank you for coming by. We're getting ready to go here. Jets, Stars should be a fun one. Hey, there you go, Brad. That's pretty darn good. That is pretty darn good. Hey, I appreciate it, Ian. Awesome to have you here. Hey, Nathaniel, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for watching. I mean, I think it's unlikely either get moved like right now, Eddie, but I think Draisaitl would be the more likely one to get moved, but I don't think anything's imminent as far as that goes. I don't see it being something that happens, you know, in season right now. I mean, I don't know. That'd be obviously a massive move if it did, but I don't see it happening. And no one has any cap space. I don't see it happening in season. But this could end up being a very, very long year for the Edmonton Oilers. They have been off to an absolutely brutal start. Hey, what's going on, David? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Hey, I'm glad you're having a great day, Duke. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, I mean, this I think is going to be a very close game, probably on the lower scoring side, although you never know these days. Random games will end up 5-4, but given the defensive nature of these two teams, I'm leaning more towards a lower scoring game, maybe like 3-2, 4-2, something like that. And I do expect it to be very close. Gretchen, what's going on? Great to see you here. Thanks so much for stopping in. No, that's awesome. Got double action going on. You got the Wings jackets on your TV, this on the laptop. That's awesome. That's the way to do it here on a hockey-filled Saturday for sure. All right, we're getting ready for puck drop. I want to make sure I do this early because I keep forgetting and then not cracking it till the intermission, and we're already a third of the game's done. We're going to crack this baby right now. Get ready for some Saturday afternoon NHL action, divisional battle. There we go. That's a great crack on it. We're going to get a cheers in the chat, everybody. The mountains are blue. The beer is cold. It's a Central Division showdown between the Winnipeg Jets and the Dallas Stars. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Hopefully you have a great hockey game, a great stream. Cheers to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get at it. There we go. Getting ready for the action now. So, like I said, both of these teams are off to very solid starts. If you look at the standings, Central Division, you've got Dallas leading the division right now with an 8-3-1 record, 12 games in. Winnipeg's played 13 games. They're 7-4-2, and they are in third place in the division. Both are in guaranteed playoff spots as of right now. With those top three being locks to make the playoffs. We'll see if they stay in the top three, but looking at the Central, I think Dallas, Colorado were kind of always expected to be your top two. And then Winnipeg's holding down that 3 spot right now. St. Louis is a little bit behind them. Arizona and Minnesota still in the mix as well. We'll see as the season goes along if anyone else can pull themselves into that conversation. But I'll say Winnipeg's been a little bit better than I expected. 7-4-2, very nice start. They've been better than I expected. I thought, and Minnesota, on the other hand, has been worse than I expected. So I guess that's kind of where the flip-flop in the division is. I thought Minnesota would be better than what they have been. They've not been very good. 2 games now below 500, and Winnipeg has taken advantage and has been better than I thought they were going to be and up in that 3rd spot. So that's pretty much how it's worked out through the first month of the season. We obviously are very, very early on still with about 70-ish games to go for both of these teams. That's a lot of hockey left to be played. Yeah, I think there's been a lot of unexpected statistics, unexpected teams playing well versus teams that we thought were going to be good haven't been all that great so far. This has just been, I think, one of the more weird starts to a season. You've got a lot of teams right now that are like right around 500, 2-3 games around 500, either above or below, or right at 500. You've got some very different names scoring a lot of points this year early on. We'll see if that holds up. It's just been a very weird and unpredictable start to this season. There's a lot going on that I would say wasn't expected a month ago. And, that's one thing that makes the NHL so great is you can go into the year with a certain set of expectations and a certain set of, we think these teams are going to be good. These teams aren't. We think these players are going to be really good. These players probably aren't. And you can just completely get those expectations blown out of the water in the first month. And it's like, well, that team isn't as good as we thought. This other team is way better than we thought. We got players playing really well that we didn't expect. That's what makes the NHL so great, is that it's so unpredictable and you just never really know what's going to happen until the teams get out there on the ice and play. Barry, what is going on? Welcome. Good to see you in the chat. Rick, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Awesome to have you here on the stream. So we're getting almost into the action here. Looks like they're going to do the anthems coming up, both U.S. and Canadian, because obviously it's a U.S. team and Canadian team playing here today. And then we'll get into the action as puck drop should be a couple minutes away. Yeah, Winnipeg has been good, Eddie. And they've scored a lot of goals. I think, they've got Hellebuck in goal, obviously. He hasn't put up great numbers yet this year, but he's obviously won a lot of games. He's given them a chance to win pretty much every night. But Winnipeg's not a team that you generally think of as a super high scoring team. Generally, they kind of play tight defensively and rely on Hellebuck in goal to keep the scoring down. And that's not been the case this year. They have already scored 47 goals on the season, which is tied with the Minnesota Wild for the most in the division. Now, the problem is they've also surrendered 44, and you're not used to the Winnipeg Jets giving up that many goals, but they've been much more of a high-flying, high-scoring team this year than what they usually are. And they've translated that into 7 wins and a 6-2-2 record in their last 10 games, currently on a 3-game winning streak. So it's obviously working for the Jets, and we'll see how many goals we get today, because this is generally a matchup that I think of as an under matchup. Maybe 5, maybe 6 goals total if you're lucky. But with the way that the Jets have been scoring this year, maybe this ends up like 5-3 or 5-4, something like that. Yeah, very possible. I'm doing pretty well, Rick. How are you? Great to have you here. Thanks so much for dropping in. Yeah, Carolina's kind of been like that as well, Eddie. Like Carolina for the last 3-4 years has always been very low, generally low scoring, near the best in the league as far as fewest goals against. And they played a lot of like 3-1, 3-2 kinds of hockey games. And then this year, that's not been the case. Carolina, 47 goals already for the Hurricanes in 14 games. They've also given up 49 goals in 14 games. So the Hurricanes are another team that have been playing a lot higher scoring games than what they usually do so far this season. Wrist Rider, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. The Dallas Stars were slight favorites in this game. But this is one of those that could very much go either way. Obviously, they're in Winnipeg, so the Jets have the home ice. First place versus third place in the division. They're only separated by a couple of points. This is a very, very tight, close matchup. And Dallas were slight favorites according to the sports books, but this is one of those games that I think you can kind of flip a coin on. Duck, I believe the Vancouver Canucks are going to just flat out outscore the Toronto Maple Leafs and win that game tonight. It's probably going to be higher scoring, maybe like 5-3, 6-4, something like that. I think there's going to be a lot of goals scored, but I think Vancouver gets it done. Toronto just played last night, so they're probably going to be a little bit on the tired side. So I'm going Canucks in that one. Goaltenders here. We've got Scott Wedgwood, the backup for Dallas, starting tonight. He's 2-1 on the season. And Wedgwood starts tonight as Dallas plays again tomorrow against Minnesota. And obviously Jake Ottinger is expected to play that game against the Wild tomorrow. So Wedgwood gets the start for the Stars this afternoon. Connor Hellebuck down at the other end. Also, we've got starter in Connor Hellebuck against backup in Scott Wedgwood. Not that Scott Wedgwood isn't a very good backup, because he is, but starter versus backup in the net, maybe another slight advantage Winnipeg there. The Adam Lowry line will start against the Rupe Hintz line. It is underway as we have dropped the puck, and that one is dumped in by the Dallas Stars after they win the opening faceoff. They try and get the cycle game going in the offensive zone, but Winnipeg gets it up the wall. They'll have a chance to regroup now and pass it out of the zone. Jets now up into the attacking end, driving wide, looking for a play in front, deflected away by the Stars D. Dallas comes back the other way on the rush, over the red line, dumped in. Pavelski will go to the corner, get some help from Robertson as well. Pavelski with a little shoulder, but the Jets move the puck. Played now by Niederreiter. Nino Niederreiter over the line, up into the offensive zone and dumped in behind Wedgwood. Brought up it goes over the red line, played neutral ice. Dadonov into the offensive end. Stars trying to get in on the attack. No real sustained pressure for anybody so far as we're just about a minute in. Winnipeg plays the puck up and out of their zone. Over to Scheifele. Scheifele cross blue line. Connor into the offensive zone. In the middle, deflected there by Iafallo. It goes just wide. Back the other way it goes. Down low. Dumped in again by Dallas. They'll get in on the forecheck. Water King, what is good? Welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you're having a good day and a good weekend. As this one's worked around the wall. Up it goes. Played by Pionk behind the net. Seguin gets in on the forecheck. Marchment steals the puck. Here's Duchesne on the doorstep. And a good stick save there by Hellebuyck. Back out it goes. Cleared by the Jets. Dallas with the best chance of the game so far. Matt Duchesne. This third line. Very good third line for the Stars. Mason Marchment, Matt Duchesne, and Tyler Seguin. Cole Perfetti now up into the offensive zone with Nemesnikov. Winnipeg on the attack trying to get the offense going. That one gets deflected away. And back out in the neutral zone, Nick Ehlers with it. Ehlers over to Nemesnikov. And the Jets go off sides as he fumbles the puck at the blue line. We get a whistle with 17:52 to go here in the first, just over 2 minutes in. And best chance so far belongs to Matt Duchesne, but both goaltenders have stopped every shot that they have faced, the only shots that they have faced, as the shots are 1-1 and it remains 0-0 on the scoreboard. Vernon, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. It was hilarious, BC Transportation. Absolutely hilarious. And yeah, it's been a horrific year for the Edmonton Oilers. Brought up now into the attacking zone. Craig Smith with a sharp angle shot. Good stop by Hellebuyck. Rebound cleared by the Jets as they chase it all the way down. I have not, Water King. No, I haven't watched any. DeMello trying to keep it in. Get some help, but it's muscled out there by the Stars' fourth line. Both teams will get line changes as Winnipeg gains the red line and dumps it back in. Back it goes, played by Hakanpää. Johnny Hakanpää up the wing to Pavelski, to Hintz in the middle, over to Robertson. Robertson back into the middle, glove down, stolen there by Adam Lowry on the back check. McDobb, what is going on? Welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Down in the corner, played by Pionk. He's going to skate it up himself until he gets pressured. Now passes to Lowry into the offensive zone. Pass through, backhand by Appleton, and just flips it wide of the blocker side on Wedgwood. Back out to the neutral zone. Brendan Dillon will fire it back in as both teams get line changes. Hey, Trevor, what's going on? Welcome in. Played now, Kyle Connor over to Sandberg. Down low for Iafallo. He spins off the check of Johnston. Taken down low now. Harley comes in there to help Hakanpää. Up the wing it goes. Dallas with a chance to clear. Robertson backhands it out. Yo, Raji Ghost, what is going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Round it goes. Sandberg in his own corner. Up the wing. Past everybody all the way down. That's going to be icing. And it'll be an offensive zone face-off with 15:50 to go here in the first for the Dallas Stars. Still looking for our first goal of this one. Still looking for our first goal of the game here. Pretty active start for both of these teams. Not a lot of whistles in the first 5 minutes. I think we've only had 2 or 3 whistles so far. It's been good back and forth game. Played by Dallas now through the neutral zone. Gaining the red line and dumping it in was Duchesne. Down low now, past Seguin. Played by the Winnipeg Jets in the corner. They get it up the wing. Ehlers moves to the middle. Perfetti, Nemesnikov into the offensive zone. Spins off a check back to the point. Over now. Offline for Morrissey. He gets a chance there. Ehlers with a shot that gets blocked. What's going on, Jay? Welcome in. I'm doing well, Raji Ghost. How are you? As Mason Marchment gets hauled down. And Dylan DeMello is going to go to the penalty box for holding. We'll have our first power play of the game belonging to Dallas. Again, appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much for watching. Probably a good penalty there for DeMello. After a bad turnover, Marchment knocked him down. It going off the skate of Nemesnikov. And then Marchment was going to break in all alone, so DeMello kind of just held him. And that results in the power play. But might have been the right move there for DeMello not to give up the breakaway. Dallas's power play is only 9% on the season. They're having a rough start on the man advantage. We'll see if they can change that here as it's to Ben in front, but he can't get the shot off Loose puck cleared all the way down. What's going on, Matt? Welcome in. Thanks so much for being here. Round it goes over the line. And that's chopped back. My favorite NHL team is the Boston Bruins, but big hockey fan in general and cover the whole league here on the channel. So Dallas with a struggling power play to start this season. They're trying to change that here as they set up in the offensive zone. Once again turned over, though, and flipped out by the Jets PK. Minute 10 left on the power play. Stars have to regroup. Garrett, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Great to see you in the chat. Hey, thanks, Trevor. Appreciate it. Shot in there. Hellebuck holds the post. Loose puck down low. Winnipeg trying to dig it out. It's Brendan Dillon. Sends it all the way down. Another good job here on the penalty kill. Brought up now into the offensive zone. Here's Sagan into the attacking end. He spins off the check of Gustafsson. Tries to pass back to Nils Lundqvist at the point, but it splits the D and goes all the way back. Oh, God. If I had to choose one team to never stream again, Jesus. I would say right now, that would be the San Jose Sharks. I mean, they're just putrid. So it would probably be the Sharks right now, but, you know, that might be a different answer 5 years from now, depending on how they draft. But if I had to base it off NHL teams and where they're at right now, I would say San Jose. Duchesne gets a shot there late in the power play, and it's gloved down by Hellebuck as he makes the save. And the power play has come to a close, so we are back to 5-on-5. No score in this one as we will head to our first commercial break of period 1. No dice on that power play for Dallas, which has been a common theme this season so far, and it remains a 0-0 game. Heather, what is going on? Dean, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Well, Mason Marchment is supposed to be the big net front guy for Dallas, Eddie. He got a pretty nice contract, not this past offseason, but the one before. For, you know, going over to Dallas as a free agent. And Marchment's supposed to be that kind of net front power forward type guy for Dallas, but they're just not getting it on the power play right now. Another, you know, they're probably now under 9% after going 0 for 1 on that one. So, yeah, I don't know. They've got the talent. When you have Jason Robertson, Joe Pavelski, Jamie Benn, Mason Marchment, Miro Heiskanen quarterbacking, like they have the talent to have a good power play. Rupe Hintz, I mean, it's not like they don't have scorers. They're just, for whatever reason, it's not clicking on the man advantage right now. Willie, what's going on? Great to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Always great to have you in the chat. We've got afternoon Central Division action going on as Jets and Stars coming back from the commercial break. Getting ready for this face-off now in the Winnipeg end, but the Jets win it back defensively. Josh Morrissey starts a breakout with Jamie Benn all over him. Stolen by Johnston. And now DeMello's got to chase it back into his own end. He turns the puck over, moved across, shot Wyatt Johnston. Oh, Hellebuck slides across to make the save. Wow. Second bad turnover of the game by Dylan DeMello. Almost results in a goal against. As Wyatt Johnston's able to steal that one. Or excuse me, no. Jamie Benn steals it, and then it was Dadonov with the shot, and Johnston right on the doorstep. Hellebuck slides over to make a huge save there and keep this game 0-0. Hey, Mike. Welcome in. Great to have you here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming by and watching. Down low, back out in front. That one deflects away. Faxa keeps it in. Down low now. Played by Sam Steele. Back to the point. Good fourth line shift here for the Stars as that shot from Hakanpää gets blocked. Dallas still keeps it in the offensive zone. Relentless puck pursuit here by the Stars' fourth line. Winnipeg really struggling to get it out of their end. And then the Jets end up just icing it. With 12:14 to go, that's going to be another whistle. And an offensive zone draw for the Stars. They're starting to take over the play here and the control of this game. Shots are now 5-1 Dallas after a very even first 4 or 5 minutes. That power play for Dallas got them some zone time, and now since that power play, they've really taken over the play. Hey, what's going on, RJ? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. 5-4. Very high-scoring game between the Blue Jackets and the Red Wings. About 5 minutes to go, and the Red Wings up by a goal in that one. I did bet Detroit in that game, so I hope they can hold that lead. Up it goes now, cleared to the neutral zone. Winnipeg again. Kyle Connor dumps it deep. What's going on, Darth Star? Always great to see you. Thanks so much for coming by. We tick under 12 minutes to go here in the first period. It's up into the offensive zone. Here's Hintz. Rupe Hintz with a shot. That one's blocked up into the netting. Dallas trying to get in on the attack again. Good chance, but it's up and out of play. Will be another ozone draw for the Stars. So Dallas here, the last 3-4 minutes have really started to take over. Sagan against Nemesnikov in the dot. Sagan wins it back. Here's Lundqvist, shot through traffic. That one gets blocked. Marchman along the wall. Gets it right back from Duchesne. He fires one that goes just wide. Dallas keeps it in again as the shot goes off the end boards. Good pinch by Lundqvist. Around it goes. Far side. Back into the middle. Nemesnikov up. Pass to Perfetti in behind the D. Cole Perfetti shot. And Wedgwood gets a piece of it, making the save. Wow. Just like that, Winnipeg breaks the other way as Cole Perfetti gets in behind the D. Lundqvist did a good job on the back check. Just annoying him enough without taking a penalty. And it actually went off the post. Wow. Perfetti. I don't think it actually got to hit off Wedgwood's glove. I think it hit off the outside of the post. Up and out of play. Best chance of the game there for Winnipeg. But again, no dice. Way it goes now. Played up by Dillon. Winnipeg's into the offensive zone. Niederreiter with a sharp angle shot. Wedgwood certainly has to make a save on that one as he smothers it up and covers it with 10:56 left in the period. And now Winnipeg will get an offensive zone face-off. Probably watch the Bruins-Canadiens game, Jay. I don't have any plans with my friends or anything. We went out to breakfast. Me, Evan, April, and Brody went out to breakfast this morning. So I know Brody's going into work tonight, so he's not around. I don't have plans for anything going on tonight. So as far as my friends go, so I'll probably just watch the Bruins-Canadiens game. Dallas enters offsides here, so we get a whistle and a neutral zone face-off coming up. Perfetti's really having a breakout year. He's been healthy, which is very important. He's had a lot of injury issues so far in his NHL career since being drafted a few years ago. He hasn't really had that breakout season. He hasn't been healthy enough to have that breakout season. so far this year, I believe he's got 10 points already this season. So this seems to be the year where things are starting to really come together for Cole Perfetti. Hopefully he can stay healthy, play a full year, and he might end up being like a 60-point guy here for Winnipeg. Round Hakanpää, pass to Radek Faksa. Back, Faksa has it again over the red line. He'll dump it in deep and head off for a line change. I don't even remember my whole lineup, Water King, off the top of my head. I've got some guys that are having great starts though. I have Nikita Kucherov, who's been unbelievable. I've got Elias Pettersson. I've got Mika Zibanejad. I've got Morgan Riley on the back end. He's had a pretty good year. I've got, I'm trying to remember. My goaltending has not been very good in fantasy, but my players are scoring a lot of points. Brought up now into the offensive zone. Drop pass there. Morrissey to Appleton. Appleton with a shot through traffic, and somehow Wedgwood is able to find that one as he makes a save with a bunch of players right in front of him. And he covers that up. We'll head to another commercial break. No, Raji Ghost. I do not believe so. I do not believe that they're related. So we head to another commercial break here. First period action, still scoreless. So I expected this would probably be a pretty low-scoring game. It has been between these two teams. Yeah, Jay had a very good team last year. I didn't even do my own fantasy league this year. I didn't create like an off-the-wall league or anything. I did a league with one of my friends that I used to play hockey with back in high school, and a bunch of his brother and a bunch of his friends. So I didn't even do my own league this year, but they asked me to be in it. I figured I would. Hey, Mike and Julie, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We're at commercial break now. Dallas and Winnipeg scoreless so far. Good divisional matchup here. Both of these teams very tight in the standings. Looks like Red Wings and Blue Jackets are still 5-4 late in the third. Doing a little patchwork on the ice right in front of Scott Wedgwood there. Looks like they're ready to go as the Jets will have this offensive zone face-off. Played around, taken along the sideboards. Jets with it in the offensive zone. 9:15 to go in the first. And that's cleared all the way down. Sandberg with it. 9 minutes to go in the period. Hey, Elvis, what's going on? Great to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by as Marchment plays it now for Dallas. Going to lift it through the middle and out of the zone. Appreciate everybody coming by this afternoon as we've got Jet Stars going into the attacking zone. Kyle Connor tries to pull it to the backhand. It's poked off his stick. Duchesne comes the other way. Passed up to Marchment. Marchment just gets it deep. That goes behind Hellebuck. Morrissey will play it. Line change for Dallas. Winnipeg uses that to get it out of their zone. Brought up now and back into the offensive end. Scheifele gets tripped down there by Nils Lundqvist. And that's going to be a penalty. Oh, no, they called the penalty right there. It's not actually on the trip, though. It's Mason Marchment going to the box for slashing, so this must have been away from the play. It wasn't on the Lundqvist taking down Scheifele along the wall there. That must have been away from the play somewhere. Marchment gets called for slashing. Winnipeg is now going to go to their first power play of the game. Off the draw, Dallas trying to clear already, and they do as Lindell sends it all the way down. Winnipeg has been good on the power play. Unlike Dallas, they've been very good on the man advantage, especially the last few games. 5 for their last 15, which is 33%. Around now, here's Schmidt along the wall. And that's cleared again there by Dallas. So first 30 seconds already gone off of this penalty kill. Neil Pionk going to carry it back up. Both are good, Water King. I like both, but if I had to choose one, I would go with Italian. Hey, Detroit hangs on. Detroit hangs on and beats Columbus. So I'm 1 for 1 so far in bets today. Detroit hangs on and wins. Nice. Around now. Jets trying to maintain possession in the offensive zone. Back to the blue line. Kept in there by Morrissey. He cycles down low. Past everybody. All the way to Iafallo on the near side boards. James, what's going on? Welcome. Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Back to the point. Over now, top of the circle. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Morrissey looking for a shooting lane. Nothing there. Passes to Scheifele. Back to Morrissey. There's a shot from the point and a good save by Wedgwood. Ben clears the puck all the way back down to Hellebuck. 15 seconds to go. What's going on, Vaughn? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. 10 seconds left on the power play. And Winnipeg doesn't look like they're going to get another opportunity. Power play's now over. We're 5-on-5 as Marchment's out of the box. Into the offensive zone. Shot in there. Wedgwood with another pad save. So Wedgwood has been busy here the last couple of minutes, and he's made a few real nice stops. Cycling down low for Lowry as the Jets set up to Appleton in the offensive zone. Brendan Dillon sends it back deep. Down to the other side. Into the middle. Appleton drops for Lowry. Over to Dillon with a shot. Glove save. Rebound chance. And Wedgwood stops that one as well. Wow. Big time pressure here for the Jets. Looking for the first goal. And Scott Wedgwood holding strong in net. As we stay 0-0 now late in the first period. And it will be an offensive zone draw for Winnipeg when we get back. Holy cow. Winnipeg pushing here, but nobody able to beat either of these goaltenders. We go to our final commercial break now of the first period. Thank you guys all so much for watching. It's great to have you here. And hope you're enjoying this game. It's been a very tight back and forth affair so far. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Please don't forget, it really does help out a lot if you can hit that thumbs up button. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel and become part of the community here, we'd love to have you. Covering all NHL teams all season long. Sasha, what's going on? Great to see you in the chat. Really appreciate you being here. Great to have you as joining for this one. Total of 12 games in the NHL today. Obviously, only one of them has been finished so far, Detroit and Columbus, with the Red Wings winning that one 5-4. This is the only game going on currently right now. And then there's a whole bunch coming later tonight As some really good matchups too. Bruins, Canadians, always a fun one when those two teams meet. Carolina and Tampa Bay. Washington and the New York Islanders. We've got Buffalo and Pittsburgh playing later. St. Louis and Colorado. Edmonton and Seattle. There are some really good matchups tonight in the NHL. All right, we're getting ready to get back underway. Here's Lowry's going to take the face-off. Yeah, the Oilers' biggest problem obviously has been defense and goaltending. They can't keep the puck out of their net. I really think it starts with goaltending, and from there they got to fix the goaltending, and then from there they got to just overall get a lot better defensively. But they've got to find a way to not give up so many goals. That's their biggest problem. Hey, Donna, what is going on? Welcome in. Always great to see you. Thank you for coming by. Stars have it now in the offensive zone. Hintz plays it back to the point. Lundqvist sends it deep again. Trying to work it around in the offensive zone. Joe Pavelski behind the net. Pass off the outside of the goal. Hintz plays it back to the point. Long shot there through traffic. That deflects wide. Niederreiter's on the loose puck. Jets have it now. Yeah, but Sasha, at least Colorado's 8-4. They're not 2-9 or whatever Edmonton's at right now. Horrific start. I mean, Colorado's at least still winning. The Oilers have been, are now sitting at the bottom of the league with San Jose. Vaughn, I don't think changing the coach is going to fix the goaltending or the defense. That's the thing. Sure, they can fire Woodcroft all they want. I don't think it's going to fix anything. I don't think it really matters who the coach is for Edmonton. They can't keep the puck out of their net. Into the offensive zone now. Stars cycling again. Trying to get momentum back on their side. They had a stretch where they were kind of dominating this period. Then Winnipeg forced the play back to the other end and had a good few minutes of their own. Dallas is trying to take the momentum back. They'll dump it in as Sandberg plays it around to Dylan. Dylan up the wall. And Perfetti's going to muscle this one out of the zone. Hey, I appreciate it, Sasha. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. It's always great to see you and chat with you, man. Yeah, I mean, I fully expect Woodcroft to get fired soon, but I don't think it's going to fix anything. Like, coaches are always the fall guy because it's easier to fire one coach than it is to change 18 players or 10 players that are the problem. But I think, the coach is always going to get fired first because that's the easy move to make. I just don't think it's going to fix anything for Edmonton. Dylan with a good hit there. Pionk had a good hit earlier up in the neutral zone. So this starting to maybe look more like a divisional game here. Winnipeg with a good chance shot. Oh, what a stop by Wedgwood coming out and cutting down the angle. Makes a great save there for the Stars. And now Dallas is going to take the puck in their own end as Winnipeg gets a line change. They'll carry it out over the line, dumped in. Up the boards it goes, kept in by Pavelski, and then Lowry gets a stick on the centering pass. He gloves it down in the neutral zone, but it looks like it first hit a player on the Dallas bench. So we're going to get a neutral zone face-off here right at the center dot as that puck went out of play. Just a couple minutes left now here in the first period. Game still 0-0. In large part because of these goaltenders who have both made some nice saves in this period. I bet Islanders in that one, Heather. I bet Islanders. But that's another game that's going to be going to be very close, probably low scoring, maybe like the 3-1, 3-2 kind of game. We'll see. That's another kind of coin flip, even matchup between the Caps and the Isles. As 1:48 to go in the first. And another glove save there by Wedgwood. Ozone draw coming up for Winnipeg. Still looking for our first goal of the game. Which goaltender is going to crack first? Right now, it looks like neither, because they're both playing outstanding so far in this game. Dallas the other way now into the attacking zone. Backhanded in by Sagan. Out cleared there. Marchment plays it back. Away from Gustafsson. Dumped in all the way around it goes. Played up the wall. Over the line. Dallas coming up. Big hit in the neutral zone as Marchment gets stood up. Actually kind of ended up being the hitter instead of the hittee as he knocked Schmidt down. That was a nice open ice step up, though, by Nate Schmidt. Lundqvist up the wall. Dallas trying to get it out of their zone. They do. Back the other way now. Wyatt Johnston. Pass into the middle. Stolen back by the Jets. They'll come up ice. Scheifele alone into the offensive zone. Tries to sneak one under the arm of Wedgwood. But he makes a nice save. Shots are now 10-9 in favor of Winnipeg. 46 seconds to go in the first. And the game is still 0-0 as these goaltenders are standing tall in this one. It was one-on-one, Scheifele on Lundqvist. Scheifele goes for the shot. Tried to sneak it under the arm there of Wedgwood. But Wedgwood holds strong again. No, I cannot, Water King, because I would have to manually update it myself, and I'm not doing that. Drac, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. 20 seconds to go in the first. Played there by Scheifele. Into the middle. And Hakanpää knocks down Scheifele, not allowing him to get to the net, but it's going to be a penalty call. Peter DeBoer doesn't like it. Neither does Yanni Hakanpää. But he's going to go to the box for interference. And that is going to put Winnipeg on the power play here late in the first. In all likelihood, it's probably going to carry over into the second period. And Hakanpää goes off for interference with 11 seconds left in the first. Winnipeg will have a power play opportunity to try and go up 1-0 in this game. So face off here in the attacking zone. And kind of a stalemate off the draw. Winnipeg comes away with it. They still got 10 seconds to work with. Shot attempt gets blocked, though. Dallas clears it out, and that is going to do it here. That's going to finish off period number 1 as the horn sounds. Power play does carry over, as Sagan and Scheifele have a little bit of a chat now at the end of the period. And I don't know I didn't really see what happened between those two, but obviously a little bit of animosity starting to brew. Things got physical late in that period, the last 4 or 5 minutes. There wasn't much going on early, but the last 4 or 5 minutes we had a couple of big hits, and things started to get a little bit more physical, felt more like a divisional game. And now we've got Sagan and Scheifele chatting at the end of the period, upset with each other about something there. Didn't see what happened, but that's going to bring us now to the first intermission. We'll have some time to hang out and chill in the chat while we wait for the second to begin. And it is scoreless after one, but the Jets will carry over almost a full 2-minute power play into period number 2. So thank you guys all again for being here. Really appreciate it. Awesome to have you all in the chat this afternoon. Appreciate you coming by and supporting. Please don't forget, it really does help out a lot if you hit that thumbs up. If you can subscribe to the channel, or you want to subscribe to the channel, we'd love to have you become part of the community here. No, I did not see it, Heather. I'll have to check that out after the stream. But 401, what's going on, Jay? Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for coming by. It was a pretty fast first period there, Sasha. Yeah, it was well played for both of these teams, and the goaltenders came up big. I've got the Canucks tonight, Vaughn, over the Leafs. Leafs played last night in a game that went to a shootout. So obviously they're going to be a little bit more tired. You guys know that I like picking. I don't like picking teams the second night of a back-to-back. I think those games are usually pretty hard, especially against a quality opponent like Vancouver. So I got the Canucks in that one, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, so I'm sure the Sabres fans in the chat can tell me, but a little bit of trivia for you guys. Who did the Sabres play in the last time they made the playoffs, their last playoff series that they played in? Who was it against for the Buffalo Sabres? Because it was going back a number of years now, all the way back to 2011. Who was Buffalo's last playoff series against back in 2011? Logan got it. Wow, Logan was fast on that one. What's going on? Welcome in. Brad gets it as well. Vaughn gets it. Well, all right, you guys know. You guys do remember. Okay. Yes, that is the correct answer. The Buffalo Sabres were defeated in the first round of the 2011 playoffs by the Philadelphia Flyers, and that was the last time they made the playoffs. 2011. It's crazy how long it's been now for the Sabres. The Buffalo Sabres lost to the Boston Bruins in the 2010 playoffs. So the year before, they did play the Bruins in the playoffs the year before, and Boston won that first-round matchup against Buffalo in 2010, and then they got reverse swept in the second round Boston got reverse swept in the second round by the Philadelphia Flyers. Then in 2011, Boston met the Flyers in the second round again and actually finished off the sweep this time. Ended up beating the Flyers in 4 straight and obviously went on to win the Stanley Cup. All right, so the only other game that happened earlier this afternoon was the Detroit Red Wings beating the Columbus Blue Jackets 5-4 in a very high-scoring affair there. A bunch of games coming up later tonight. Boston is in Montreal. Calgary is in Ottawa. Carolina's facing the Lightning in Tampa Bay. Vancouver is in Toronto. Washington is on Long Island to face the Islanders. Buffalo's on the road in Pittsburgh tonight. Arizona faces their a divisional battle against the Nashville Predators in Nashville. St. Louis is in Colorado. Edmonton is in Seattle, trying to finally get a win. And Philadelphia is on the road in LA, continuing their California road trip. So that is your action around the NHL today. 12 games in total in the NHL this Saturday. Ace, what's going on? Victoria, welcome in. Logan, always great to see you. Thank you guys for being here. We're at the first intermission. Dallas and Winnipeg 0-0 so far, but Winnipeg does have about 1 minute and 48 seconds left on the power play to start the second period. No. If I am the Boston Bruins, I am absolutely not touching that goaltending tandem during the season. If they want to make a move like that in the off season, sure. Brandon Bussey is down in the AHL. He looks very NHL ready playing for Providence in the AHL. He's been one of the best AHL goalies the past couple years. He's off to a very good start again this year. He looks like he's ready to make the jump. That is not a move that I would make mid-season, though. I think Boston's got to roll with the tandem that they got this year. If they want to do it in the offseason, go for it. But right now, definitely not. Boston's goaltending has been tops in the league, pretty much tops in the league as far as both goalies playing extremely well. So I am not messing with that if I'm the Bruins. I don't think Edmonton's making the playoffs this year unless they trade for a goaltender. Unless they somehow figure out a way to stop a puck, I don't see the Oilers making the playoffs. They've put themselves in a big hole. However, it's still very early. There's about, again, like 70-ish games left to be played. So they have plenty of time to get their ship righted, but they're in a lot of trouble right now. They're in a lot of trouble right now, and I don't see them making the playoffs unless they can find a way to start stopping the puck. Yeah, if you DM me on Twitter, Heather, I will be able to see it right there. So feel free to DM me on Twitter. Yo, we got a new subscriber. Let's go. We got Hector. Welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the community. Let's get some new sub hype and a warm welcome for Hector in the chat, everybody. I don't think so, Vaughn, because I don't think they have a goaltender that they can turn to right now. I really don't. Like that whole 2019 St. Louis Blues run was spurred by Jordan Binnington and Binnington, getting red hot and being the best goaltender in the NHL the second half of that season. Edmonton doesn't have anybody that can do that in net, I don't think. So without that level of goaltending, I don't see it happening. Yeah, I don't think the Flames or the Oilers are making the playoffs, honestly. The way that they've played so far, I don't think the Flames or the Oilers are making the playoffs. Yeah, I don't know. I think my internet's being really shitty right now. It's not the camera, it's the internet. I keep losing internet signal. It keeps going like in and out. I don't know why it's being so bad. While we're intermission, I might try and mess with it a little bit. I should be on Ethernet, honestly. I'm hardwired in. It's not like it's Wi-Fi. I don't have another option there. I'm confused as to why it's been so bad. Unless it could just be Comcast. But I'm hardwired in internet-wise. Trying to think if there's any settings I can change. I'm gonna try something quick. I'm not on Wi-Fi, Jack. Let's see if this works. I just switched. It might have been a YouTube issue. I just switched from YouTube's primary server to the backup server. I just switched from YouTube's primary server to backup server for the stream. So I don't know. Maybe YouTube was the problem. We'll see if this works any better. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if it keeps up working all right. Yeah, I got the picture now, Heather. I got the picture. All right. Yeah, I don't know what YouTube's weird like that sometimes. I just switched servers and now it's good all of a sudden. Whatever. At least I know how to at least I know that I can switch that shit and get it working. Hopefully it stays good. We'll see, but hopefully it stays good the rest of the stream. I don't know what was up with that. But oh, again, if you guys haven't seen the pinned comment at the top of the chat, my next live stream is going to be Tuesday night, Buffalo Sabres versus Boston Bruins, 7 p.m. game. That should be a fun one, hopefully. And, you know, Sabres have kind of had an up and down start to their season. They've played really well some games. They've had really disappointing games, some other ones. So we'll see how Buffalo does. Bruins obviously are off to a pretty darn good start. We'll see if they can keep that up. That should be a fun divisional game as well. And that's my next stream. Beyond that, I don't know what I'm going to be streaming because I am going to be on call coming up for work starting the 22nd through that next week, 22nd through 29th or whatever it is. So I'm not sure about after that, but my next live stream for sure is going to be Tuesday night. Yes, Heather, I do. You were telling me about that last stream. Congratulations, and I hope it goes really, really well for you. Jay, that's hilarious. That's wicked funny, Jay. Yeah. When we first got internet at my house, back in like 2000, I don't even know what it was, 2004, 2005, something like that. We had dial-up, and I vaguely remember the dial-up days where you couldn't talk on the phone and use the computer at the same time. That's the biggest thing that I remember from those days was if someone was using the computer, you couldn't talk on the phone. So if like your parents were calling somebody, you couldn't use the computer. It was classic back then. It also was really, really slow. Things took forever to load back then, which Jay obviously remembers as well. Yeah, if someone picked up the phone, your internet would the computer would just crap out. You couldn't be on the computer if someone was using the phone. It was nuts. It's funny, technology changed fast, and they found a better alternative to dial up pretty darn quick. All right, this beer's gone, so while we're at commercial and at the intermission here, I'm gonna go grab another one quick. All right, here we go. Second period, second beer. Let's get into it. Pour some shots. Jesus. I'm down here. It's not that'd be pretty wild, Justin, me just being here by myself. It'd be one thing if my friends were over, I absolutely would, but like I'm just sitting down here by myself. Like I'll have a few beers, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing shots all alone. Cheers number 2, ladies and gents. All right, we're getting ready now to start the second. As the puck is about to be dropped, we are underway. Shoot, I got to update the scoreboard. Second period now. Winnipeg on the power play, carrying over almost the full 2 minutes from period number 1 with Hakanpää in the box, and the Jets setting up now in the offensive zone. Still a minute 22 to work with as they play it down low. Stars trying to kill off another penalty here. Scoreless so far in this one. Low scoring as expected. Here's Miro Heiskanen. He backhands it up the wall. Here's Hintz into the offensive zone. 2-on-1. Shorthanded. Shot! And a good save there by Connor Hellebuck. Play gets whistled down, though. It will be an ozone draw for Dallas as they get a good shorthanded opportunity from Hintz. What's going on, Red Rubber? Welcome in. Great to see you in the chat. Appreciate you coming by. Hope that moving has gone well. And yeah, Penguins Sabres should be a good game tonight. Caroline, welcome in as well. Thank you for watching. Awesome to have you here. So we have just dropped the puck on period number 2. Still looking for our first goal. A minute left on the Jets power play. We're just under a minute into this second period. As the Jets carry it up, it's Neil Pionk. Pionk passes over. Back, Schmidt sends it back to Ehlers, who carries with speed. Passes it off into the offensive zone. Ehlers in the corner now. Working it around. Cycle game has started as it's sent back to Pionk out high. Jets setting up again here on the power play as that one goes deflected off glass. Niederreiter in the corner, works it around to the far side. Ehlers pinches down, moves it in front. Niederreiter on the backhand, and Wedgwood's able to find the loose puck in front of the crease and cover it with 22 seconds to go here on the power play. Heather thinks Joe Pavelski is going to score the first goal. And, I mean, obviously he's one of the top scorers still for Dallas. Very real possibility there. Jets have it offensive zone. Off the faceoff. Dallas wins it back. Suter off glass and out. Cleared all the way down. That is pretty much going to do it here. Final 10 seconds of the power play, and Winnipeg stuck back in their own end. Quick play up by DeMello. He skates it, passes it over the red line, up into the offensive zone. Dump deep. Around it goes Wedgwood, comes out to play it. Power play is over. We're back to 5-on-5, and everybody is 0 on the power play so far. Around it goes now. Sagan passes back to the point. Suter cycles it. Worked through. Knocked down there is Duchesne. He plays it back through. Suter keeps it in the zone. Here's a chance for Robertson with a shot. Hellebuck makes a save. Puck's loose in the crease. Shot again there by Harley, and he scores! First goal of the game belongs to Dallas after killing off the penalty. Thomas Harley, after a scramble in front, is able to put home the loose puck. A good assist there from Ryan Suter. And it is 1-0 Dallas in this one as they strike first on the road. Early goal here for the division-leading Dallas Stars. Early in the second, excuse me, not early in the game. No one scored in the first, but early in the second, just over 2 minutes in. It's a goal here for Dallas to get them up 1-0. And an unlikely goal scorer is Thomas Harley is able to snap that one into the back of the net. Played back now, down low. Working with it. Up it goes. Jets through the middle. And it's stolen on the back check by Hintz. Dallas dumps it back into the offensive end. Excalibur, what's going on? Welcome. Good to have you here in the chat. Aaron, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it as we've got this Saturday afternoon action. Stars out high. Long shot gets blocked down. Cleared there at the red line. Dumped in and around the boards it goes. Played up the wall there. Lowry cycles back for Pionk. And it's up over the line into the offensive zone. That one gets sent along the boards. Heiskanen plays it back now for Dallas. Passes it out of his end. Johnston trying to get the puck through to the middle. Winnipeg trying to steal it away. Eventually muscled up by the Stars. Hey, THG! Awesome to see you in the chat. What is going on? Welcome in. Thanks so much for stopping by. Oh yeah, Aaron, that's going to be a good one. Very excited for Bruins-Canadiens tonight. I hope that it feels like a Bruins-Canadiens matchup. I hope that it's physical. There's some animosity and bad blood. I mean, that's a rivalry game that hopefully will be a really fun one to watch and feel like a rivalry game. It's their first meeting of this season. Sandberg plays it back. Up now, Winnipeg deflects into the offensive zone, but the Stars take the puck. Ehlers has to play possession now as they wait to get onside. Jets have it into the offensive zone. Nikolai Ehlers, 1 against 2, just spins one in on Wedgwood, who covers it up and makes the save. And that is going to be an offensive zone draw for the Jets now on the way, trying to tie this game up. Yes, he is, Aaron. He is not going to play tonight. It does seem like he may be getting somewhat close to a return, but as far as I know, he will not be playing tonight, and it still might be a little bit away from coming back. McAvoy will be back in the lineup, though. His suspension is over. He'll be back in the lineup for Boston. Yeah, that would certainly be nice, wouldn't it, THG? That would certainly be nice, but we'll see. Oh, we got another penalty here. It's going to be Nils Lundqvist going to the box. Winnipeg's going to another power play. So Winnipeg, I believe this will now be their third power play chance of the game. We'll get another man advantage and a chance to tie it up. Illegal check to the head of Oliver Ekman-Larsson back when the Bruins played the Panthers 4 games ago, Heather. 5 games ago. Played there by Kyle Connor. He rips one high off glass. That deflects out of play. And that'll be a whistle. 10 seconds into the power play, another offensive zone draw for the Jets on the way as they look for their first goal of the game. So McAvoy missed the last 4 games. The Bruins won 3 of the 4 games without McAvoy and now get their best defenseman back tonight against the Canadiens. Played around now, up the boards it goes. Cleared and all the way down. Good job there defensively on the PK by Dallas. Morrissey will start the rush back up. Winnipeg with it. 30 seconds gone already off of the power play. Yeah, Grzelcyk and Forbort have... Well, Forbort was back last game. Grzelcyk's on LTIR. He's going to be out for a while. But they lost Grzelcyk and Forbort as well. Forbort's back already. His was just a day-to-day thing. But Bruins are deep. No doubt about it. Bruins are deep. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? Here's Wyatt Johnston with a shot shorthanded, and he scores! What a beautiful steal and a nice goal from Wyatt Johnston as he rips one short side by the blocker of Connor Hellebuck. It's a shorty for Dallas, and a 2-0 lead as the Stars start to take control of this one. Wow, a bad turnover there by Cole Perfetti. Winnipeg, power play does continue. Winnipeg on the power play there turns the puck over. Horrible turnover by Cole Perfetti. Johnston just steals it right away from him, walks in and beats Hellebuck short side, short-handed. And it is 2-0 Stars in this one with 14.5 minutes to go here in the second period. Brought up now by the Jets, who are trying to answer back. They're still on the power play here, but Dallas is able to steal it and send it all the way down. However, we get a whistle, and I'm not quite sure what that whistle was for there. Maybe a hand pass? Jane TV, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. Good to have you in the chat. Thanks for stopping by as Winnipeg regroups back again in their own zone. Not much going offensively for the Jets here. And they have been a high-scoring team this year. Not so much today. Yes, Heather. Congratulations on that, and hopefully it goes really well for you. I didn't watch it live, THG, but I did see the highlights from it and all the fights and stuff. It's really fun when those two teams go at it for charity, for sure. The police versus the fire department, and boy, they've got some guys that are some real legit hockey players too, for sure. That's a really fun event, THG. A really fun event. Power play's over now. Obviously, Dallas with the only goal shorthanded. And back into the offensive end is Harley now for the Stars as that one's deflected out of the zone. 14 shots for Dallas, 11 for the Wild for the Jets. And Winnipeg's going to try and get something going here offensively. Stars lead 2-0 as we approach the halfway point of this game. Both goals coming here in the second. All right, sounds good, Heather. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. I appreciate you coming by. Have a great rest of your day and a great rest of the weekend. Down low here. Dallas works it up the wall. Knocked down by Iafallo. Played back to the point. Around it goes. Deep again. Suter's on it, but he gets checked by a couple of Jets getting in there on the forecheck. All right, have a good time. Have a good rest of the weekend, Jay. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks again. Around it goes now. That one gets knocked down right in front of the Dallas bench. We'll get a whistle and a neutral zone face-off coming up. Winnipeg here trying to find a way to score a goal. We're going to go to a commercial break, approaching the halfway point of this one. Dallas with the 2-0 lead. Thomas Harley with the first goal, and then Wyatt Johnston shorthanded, able to get the Stars out on top here in period 2, and they are in control right now. We'll see if Winnipeg's able to strike back. Big day of NHL hockey with 12 games in total today. Detroit has already beaten Columbus 5-4 in the early game. This is the only game going on right now, but a slew of games coming up later tonight, including some big-time matchups: Bruins, Canadiens, Carolina, Tampa Bay, Washington versus the New York Islanders, Pittsburgh versus Buffalo, St. Louis versus Colorado, and Edmonton versus Seattle. Just some of the great matchups we have around the NHL tonight. Dallas's goals were scored by Thomas Harley and Wyatt Johnston, Duke. Coming back from the commercial break here, it looks like. We'll get back into the action. I'm pretty sure I picked Stars to win this game. I know funny, I bet this morning a bunch of these NHL games today, and now I don't even remember who I picked. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I picked Stars over Jets. We got a chance in now. Winnipeg into the offensive zone, trying to get something going. Chance on the rebound shot, and they score right back in it. Cole Perfetti makes up for the turnover on the last Stars goal and puts one in himself as the puck is rushed into the offensive zone by Nemestikov. Results in a good rebound opportunity after Wedgwood made the first save, couldn't make the second. As Ehlers gets the puck on net, Perfetti puts home the rebound. Winnipeg right back in it now. It's a 2-1 game. Boy, did the Jets need that as they finally get the offense going in this one and beat Scott Wedgwood. It is now 2-1 as Winnipeg gets it back to a 1-goal game. Played up now over the red line. Winnipeg trying to push the momentum now into their favor. Working it around Niederreiter. Appleton and Lowry, the third line on the ice. Stars send it all the way down. That's going to be icing. Wow. Boy, was that an important goal there for the Jets. See if they can build off that. Mike, I'm surprised with how good they've been. Like, I never would have expected them to be 11-1-1 to start the season. I'm not surprised that they're good. Like, I figured that they would still be a good team. But I'm surprised that they've been this good to start the year. Like, if you told me through their first 12 games, the Bruins were like, maybe 7-3-2 or something like that, then yeah, I'd be like, okay, that's pretty much what I thought they would be. I did not expect, or first 13 games, excuse me, I did not expect 11-1-1. 7-4-2 or something like that, definitely more what I was thinking. Maybe like 8-3-2, something like that. But 11-1-1, definitely not what I was expecting. Around now, Dallas with it. Marchment gets it out of the zone. Winnipeg regroups over the line. Back into the offensive end as Scheifele gets checked. And it's stolen back here by Winnipeg. They carry into the offensive zone. Rolls in on Wedgwood. He's just got to cover up as we get another whistle with 10:15 now to go here in period 2. Just about halfway through this one. So I predicted this game to be 3-2 Stars, and honestly, that seems like a pretty realistic possibility with the way this has gone. Might end up a little more high scoring than that, maybe. No goals in the first period. Now it's kind of opened up a little bit here in the second. Yeah, I figured somewhere around there, THG, and they've been better than that for sure. We're going to get a penalty now, though, against the Jets. Brendan Dillon's off to the penalty box. Dallas now is going to get a power play opportunity, their first power play chance since back in the first period. Their power play hasn't been very good this year, but we'll see if they can take advantage of this opportunity as Dillon gets the stick between the legs and into the hands there of Jamie Benn. And that's going to end up being a hooking call. Definitely not something that would have been called a hook 20 years ago, but under the current rules, they'll call that a hook as soon as you get your stick into the hands. And Dallas now with the man advantage opportunity. Taken back now, Heiskanen. Possession off the draw to Hintz. Hintz into the middle. That one gets knocked down by Lowry, who's going to backhand it all the way down. A good start to the kill for Winnipeg here. Heiskanen's going to carry back up now. Stars looking to get possession through the neutral zone. Over to Benn, into the offensive end. Jamie Benn. Pass into the middle is stolen away by Appleton, who backhands it out of the zone. 9.5 minutes to go here in the second as we're past the halfway point of this one. Heiskanen to Benn. Back through. Offensive end. Robertson on the far side, setting things up with possession. Heiskanen cycles with Robertson. Robertson again along the sidewall, back off the boards. Move to the middle. Heiskanen, Robertson top of the circle. No shooting lane, gets it over. Heiskanen shot through traffic. Saved by Hellebuck, and the rebound shot goes wide. Heiskanen keeps it in. Dallas with good possession here on the man advantage. Set up in the offensive zone. Over to Pavelski now. Past him. Benn. Can't control. Nemesnikov clears it all the way down. Good job there for Winnipeg. 40 seconds to go on the power play as they continued on the advantage. Up ice into the offensive zone. Duchesne through traffic. Pass back to the blue line. Over now to Johnston. Back again. Out high. Played by Duchesne. Lundqvist in the middle. Far board Sagan. Johnston in the middle. Back out high for Lundqvist. Looking for a shooting lane. Pass back to Sagan. Down low. Puck kind of explodes on the stick there for Dadonov. Below the goal line. Chance out in front, and Duchesne scores! The power play finally comes through. It's 3-1 Dallas as they get it back to a 2-goal lead with 8:02 remaining in the second. Matt Duchesne on a great feed from down low. Wyatt Johnston with the pass on the backhand right out in front. And Winnipeg defense caught sleeping. Nobody covers Duchesne in front. It's a 3-1 game. So that does it for the power play. Dallas, whose power play has been single-digit % this season, gets a big power play goal there to get their 2-goal advantage back. Dumped in now. Hellebuck behind the net. Stars trying to go on the offensive. Here's Sam Steele to Radek Faksa. Pass Smith out to Lindell. Essa Lindell with a long shot stopped by Hellebuck. Fourth line on the ice, looking for a good shift here for the Stars. Back the other way comes Winnipeg after a shot block into the offensive zone. Ehlers for Perfetti. His pass attempt gets stolen. Harley with the puck now. He'll get it out to the neutral zone, then turn it over to Nick Ehlers. Ehlers just dumps it in, and we'll get a line change. Up it goes all the way around. Rupe Hintz first on it. Puck played, though, to Dylan DeMello. DeMello out of his zone. Dumped in deep by Winnipeg as they'll get in on the forecheck. Scheifele can't get to it first, but Iafallo pins it along the board. 7:05 to go here in the second. Up it goes through the middle. Pass too far in front for Hintz. Hellebuck comes out to play it. Ends up sending it up the boards too hard. Winnipeg can't control, but now they on the second chance they clear up to Scheifele. Pass through the middle, deflected into the offensive end. Kyle Connor on it. He gets pinned along the boards. Pavelski takes the puck. He gets pressured by the forecheck of the Jets. Played back out high. Working it around. Winnipeg setting up now attacking zone. Morrissey, shot from the top of the circle. That goes up off glass. Around and cleared there finally by Dallas. No icing on the play as Morrissey goes back. Pionk to Morrissey. Through the middle. Here's Appleton. Into the offensive zone. Around the boards it goes. Played there by Hakanpää to Harley. Harley gets hammered down low below the goal line. Winnipeg heavy on the forecheck. Keeps it in the offensive end. Niederreiter with a backhand. Past Pionk for Lowry. Lowry gets pinned there by Hakanpää. Winnipeg keeps it again in the offensive zone. Big net front battle there. Lowry and Hakanpää. Dallas eventually comes away with the puck and is able to clear it up. Here's Ben into the offensive zone. Drop pass over to Dadonov. Dadonov to Johnston with a shot that gets blocked. Loose puck again. Nobody can find it. Winnipeg finally takes it in the corner. They'll clear it back up ice. Lundqvist. Through the neutral zone. Jets get possession back. They'll dump it deep. Down it goes. Essa Lindell first on it with 5:25 to go in the second. Moved up now, played there through the neutral zone. Jets come back the other way, looking to make it a 1-goal game. Here's Nemesnikov down low for Ehlers. Ehlers gets checked. Stars take the puck, and that's cleared all the way down. Hellebuck will play it. Gets it over to Nate Schmidt. Schmidt up through the middle, over the red line. Now stolen back by Dallas, but short-lived as the Jets dump it in. Around it goes. Nemesnikov gets the puck back now for Winnipeg. Pass into the middle, gets stolen. Off of Marchment's skate, he outmuscles Connor. Iafallo gets the puck back in the neutral zone. Stars steal again. Here's Marchment backhanding it deep. He'll head off for a line change. Sandberg's going to play it behind the net and regroup here for Winnipeg. Long stretch of continuous play here without a whistle. Stars into the offensive zone. Shot goes up high. Faksa first on it. Cycles with Smith. Back to Faksa. To Craig Smith. Past him to the far side point. Heiskanen shot through traffic. That one gets gloved by Hellebuck, and he'll cover with 4:16 remaining in period number 2. We'll head to a commercial break. It's 3-1 Stars here on the road. Late second period as we're down to about 4 minutes to go. And they have the 2-goal lead in this one, trying to pick up a big divisional win. That will bring us to another stoppage and a commercial break. Thank you guys all for watching. Really appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for coming by and spending your Saturday here with us this afternoon. Central Division showdown between the Stars and Jets, and Stars in the lead right now. Hope you guys are enjoying this stream and enjoying this game. Got a lot of action going on around the NHL later tonight as well. Shots on goal are now Dallas 20, Winnipeg 14. Thank you for the update, Vernon. And they lead in the shot total. They lead on the scoreboard as well here by a couple. Well, the Jets have had a pretty strong start to the season, THG, but again, we'll see if that keeps up all year long. But they're looking like a playoff team right now at 7-4-2. But obviously, if they lose, say they lose this game in regulation, then they're 7-5-2. St. Louis is only 3 points behind them. Arizona's only 3 points behind them. Minnesota's 4 points. I mean, it's not even, I don't even like looking at the standings this early. I don't know why I even do. Really no point in looking at the standings before Thanksgiving. Yeah, I mean, Winnipeg's actually had a pretty solid start to the year. But again, if, you know, all it takes is a 3 or 4 game losing streak and then they're a 500 team. So we'll see where they're at come January, February before really making a determination. I really don't even like looking at the standings before Thanksgiving. I just think it's pointless. There's like 70 games still to be played for these teams. You might as well wait a little bit before you really realize where they're at. Well, I think Winnipeg has been better than expected this year so far, THG, but so have the Anaheim Ducks, so have the Arizona Coyotes. There's been a few teams, so have the Detroit Red Wings. There's been a few teams like that have been significantly better than what I thought they would be going into the year. We have 3:20 now to go here in the second period. It will be an offensive zone faceoff for the Jets, trying to make this at least a 1-goal game before the intermission. Played back to Hakanpää, though, to Pavelski, and Dallas is out of their zone. Around it goes. There's Pionk. Knocks it back in. Pavelski plays it up. Brendan Dillon steals. Then turns it over as here's Harley breaking in. Shot there, and a glove save by Hellebuck as he's got to snag that one. Harley was looking for his second goal of the game. Ill-advised turnover there by Brendan Dillon, but Connor Hellebuck bails him out. And there have been a lot of very noticeable turnovers by the Winnipeg Jets today. Dylan DeMello had a couple. You had the turnover by Cole Perfetti that resulted in the shorthanded goal by Wyatt Johnston. You had that turnover there by Dillon. I mean, there's been some bad turnovers by Winnipeg in this game. And, that's one of the reasons they trail 3-1 right now. Turning the puck over is not going to result in anything good most of the time. So we go now to another commercial stoppage, and our final commercial stoppage of this second period, as we're getting down to the final few minutes, and Dallas in control, up 3-1. Becca, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for watching. Good to have you here. I picked Tampa in that game tonight, mostly because Carolina played last night and Tampa did not. As long as I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Tampa did not play last night. Carolina did against Florida. So I think Tampa's the more rested team there. And I think Tampa on home ice as well is going to find a way to get that done. Although I don't like the start for either of those teams. I think, both of those teams have not been their usual selves to start this season. Tampa, we know why. Vasilevsky's been out, so they haven't had their, top-tier goaltender at all so far this season. And for Carolina, they're just giving up a lot of goals. Normally, you look at the Rod Brind'Amour era of for Carolina when he's been the coach, and they've normally been one of the most defensively structured teams in the league that doesn't give up a lot of goals. This year they've given up a ton, so that's been a huge difference for the Hurricanes. So we'll see if they can figure that out defensively. We're back underway here as Dadonov sends it down low. Ben comes in with a big hit. Johnson takes the puck. I believe it's just a PTO THG. I don't believe he's signed an official contract yet, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Chance now. Here's Kyle Connor in with a chance and a big save with the pad there by Wedgwood. Scheifele and Kyle Connor combined for a good opportunity for the Jets there. They're still with it now in the offensive zone. Connor spins off a check. 2 minutes to go in the second period. Marchment's able to muscle it out of the zone. Morrissey dumps it back in. Winnipeg looking for a late period surge now. Trying to get this back to a one-goal game. Stars down low defensively with 3 guys. Round it goes, taken by Dadonov. Over to Marchment. Marchment's pass gets knocked down, and DeMello will take possession back for Winnipeg. Into the offensive zone. Connor, pass into the slot. Chance here. Shot for Ehlers gets blocked on the way through. Dallas trying to go back the other way. It's Tyler Seguin with Morrissey all over him. Into the offensive zone. The play's offsides. We get a whistle now with 1:25 left. Offsides against the Stars. I fully expect Boston to win tonight. Yes, Becca. They are better than the Montreal Canadiens. They should win the game. Yeah. Ehlers is a very good player for Winnipeg. Important middle six guy for them, no doubt. All the way down, no icing, and doesn't reach the goal line. Final minute now of the second period. Stars with it in their own zone. Score still 3-1 Dallas. Up into the attacking end. Here's Seguin. He and Robertson go in on the forecheck. Sandberg pinned in his own end. Gets it over to Schmidt. It's played up. Back through the middle. Another bad turnover there by Nate Schmidt as the turnovers continue to pile up here for the Winnipeg Jets. I think when the Jets go back and look at this game and start to wonder about, what was the reason they're losing this game, it's going to be turnovers. They are giving the puck away here way too much. Final 18 seconds. Heavy forecheck coming from the Stars as they look to dig it out. Sandberg having a tough time in his own zone. Finally just lifts it up the boards and all the way out. Rolls in on Wedgwood. No icing. Final 5 seconds. That's probably going to kill the period. As the horn sounds, and that does it. After no goals in the first, we have an outburst in period number 2 as it is 3-1. Dallas heading into the second intermission. All 4 goals in this game coming in the second. And we will see what the third period brings. But we have some time now to hang out and chill in the chat while we wait for that third to begin. Thank you guys all for watching. Hope you're enjoying the game. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Appreciate you being here. Please don't forget, it really helps a lot if you hit that thumbs up button. And give the video a like, and it would really mean a lot if you would like to. If you subscribe to the channel as well, we'd love to have you become part of the community here as I cover the entire NHL, and fans of every team are welcome and wanted. Aries, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. My next live stream is going to be the Buffalo Sabres against the Boston Bruins on Tuesday night coming up, the 14th. 7 p.m. puck drop, start time for that one. So really like a 7:10 puck drop. But 7 o'clock game, Eastern time, Bruins Sabres. That should be a fun one. I have no idea, Drac. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out after this stream. I'm not sure. But thank you guys all so much again for watching. Really appreciate it. And we'll have some time now. We can hang out and chat while we wait for this third to begin. I haven't heard anything from my friends as far as doing anything tonight. And again, Brody's not around. He's working. I know Will's not around. He's away. So, yeah, it doesn't look like anything's going on tonight. I probably will be watching the Canadiens-Bruins game at home and just kind of having a chill Saturday, enjoying some hockey. Yeah, Sabres have had they have a really good lineup with a lot of young talent, but it's kind of been an up and down start to the season for them. So it's going to be interesting to see which Sabres team shows up Tuesday, if the good Sabres or the not so good Sabres show up. And then big divisional game against the Bruins. That should be a fun stream, no doubt. Let me see, THG. I'm going to head over to Cap Friendly and take a look here. See what the options are for the Islanders. I mean, all right, they're actually not in that bad of a spot cap-wise. I mean, they only have $500,000 in cap space, but that puts them pretty much mid-pack as far as cap space goes. It's funny how many teams are like barely cap compliant or only cap compliant because of LTIR. I mean, we're literally looking at like almost a third of the league is only cap compliant because of LTIR. Actually, it might be even a little more than that. So Islanders actually aren't in a terrible position. If they could move one contract out, they could probably make a decent move. But other thing I want to check here while I'm on Cap Friendly is if Carolina officially signed Halak or not. No, it looks like Halak is still on a PTO. He's not officially signed to a real contract yet. He is still on a PTO. Anyway, back to the Islanders. I mean, if the thing with the Islanders is like, who do you subtract to make a move to bring somebody in? Pajot's contract's going to be kind of tough to move because he has a 16-team no trade clause, and he's making $5 million per season, so he's going to probably be pretty tough to move. Brock Nelson's arguably your best forward, so you're not moving him. Anders Lee's your captain. You're probably not moving him. Horvat you just brought in. You're not moving him. Also signed to a very big contract. Barzell's not going anywhere. So you're looking at maybe trying to move Pajot or Palmieri, but they're both in their 30s. They're making $5 million a year. Those are probably going to be pretty tough contracts to move. Everybody else is fairly cheap. Engvall's a little overpaid, I think, at $3 million, but Cizikas is at 2.5, Clutterbuck's 1.75, Martin's 1.5. Like, everybody else, as far as the forwards are concerned, are pretty cheap. You're not moving any of your top three defensemen, so Pulock, Pelech, and Dobson are staying. They're both, they're all under contract and not going anywhere. Maybe you try and move Mayfield or Romanov. I mean, just looking at this roster, maybe Mayfield or Roman. So let's say you package... Oh, no, never mind. Mayfield's got a no-trade clause. He's got a 16-team no-trade list. How do you give Scott freaking Mayfield, of all guys, a no-trade list? Oh, my God. All right, so let's say Romanov's only 23 and he's making $2.5 million a year. I think there's a lot of teams... There's a lot of teams that would be interested in Romanov at 23 years old. So let's say you try and package Romanov and Palmieri into some sort of package there. What could you really get out of that? What could you legitimately get out of a Romanov and Palmieri package? Like, maybe a middle six forward, but then you're just basically replacing Palmieri. So maybe you get an upgrade from Kyle Palmieri, but then you lose Romanov on the back end. And looking at the Islanders' D-core, it's not like they have a super deep defensive core. I mean, if honestly, if Samuel Bolduc is playing NHL games for you at this point, you're not very deep on the back end. So if you take Romanov out of that D-core, who's playing games then? Dennis Cholowski? Robin Salo? Like, that'd be a big downgrade defensively. So I feel like they can't move a defenseman unless they get a defenseman back in return, because they just don't have the D depth. I don't know what you do here if you're the Islanders, because you have a team that is going to finish somewhere either in a wild card spot or just outside of the playoffs. And if you do make the playoffs, you're going to lose in the first two rounds. Whether it's the first round or the second round, you're going to lose in the first two rounds at some point if you're the Islanders. You're not good enough to go beyond that, but you're also not bad enough to where... You're that far out of the playoffs. Like, you are right in that middle. You're going to finish 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th in the conference. Like, that is where you're at if you're the Islanders. You are going to finish 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th in the conference. You have really good goaltending. You have a team that can sometimes play really well and other times not, and are going to be right in the middle of that pack. And I mean, if you want to go into rebuild mode, if you're the Islanders, then you start shipping out Pajot, Palmieri, Engvall, even though they just signed Engvall to a pretty long-term deal. Like, that's the thing, is like, the Islanders have Barzal locked up long-term. They have Horvat locked up long-term. Anders Lee still has 3 years left. J.G. Pajot still has 3 years left. Cizikas is locked up long-term. Engvall is locked up long-term. Pulock and Pelech are long-term on the back end. Mayfield is long-term on the back end. I mean, for God's sakes, they've given Scott... Mayfield's got 1, 2, 3... Well, that's this year. Hang on. Beyond this year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6 years left. How do you give Scott Mayfield a contract like that? He's locked up long term. Like, the Islanders can't make a change to this core group because they're all locked up to long-term contracts. And the only one who's not is probably the guy that should be, and that's Brock Nelson, who I think Brock Nelson has become their best offensive player. Like, Brock Nelson's their best offensive player, and he's the only one who's not locked up to a long-term deal. He only has 1 year left beyond this year. He's got this year and then one more left. How are you even going to re-sign Brock Nelson? You've got all this money locked up in every single one of these other players. Like, it's a pretty brutal spot to be in if you're the Islanders. Because they have dug their grave with this core group. It's going to be hard for them to make a big move with so many of these guys locked into long-term deals. For the Islanders, it feels like the position the Sharks were in like 2019. Like when things really started to go downhill for the Sharks, 2019, 2020, but they still had all these guys locked up into long-term deals. Now, I will say the Sharks were able to get themselves out of the Brent Burns contract, out of the Erik Karlsson contract now. So, like, the Sharks were able to make moves, but look at where it's put San Jose. The worst team in the league now. I feel like that's what's coming for the Islanders. They're like the 2018, 2019-ish San Jose Sharks. Like, they're locked into these deals. And if this goes bad for New York, it could get really ugly. The only difference between the Islanders and the Sharks is that the Islanders have the goaltending to keep themselves from completely falling off a cliff. That's going to be the thing that keeps the Islanders mid-pack as opposed to where the Sharks just went off the rails. The Islanders have significantly better goaltending, and that goaltending, I think, is going to be too good to keep them from just plummeting to the bottom of the league. But they're in a tough spot where they're going to be consistently mid-pack year after year. And I don't even know where you begin with this team because they've got almost everybody locked up into long-term deals. It's going to be really hard to make any major changes. But if I were the GM, I would want to make some major changes at this point. I would want to get some young talent in there. It's a rough position to be in for the New York Islanders. I just think as long as this core group holds together, they're going to be either a wild card team or one of the first couple teams out of the playoffs every freaking year. Year in, year out, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the conference, somewhere around there. So they're not going to get the top level draft picks, but they're not going to really be a contender either. Yeah, and unfortunately, they've been THG. They've been trading a lot of their first-round picks, in the last few years. They traded a first for Pajot. They traded, I think they traded some other firsts as well. Looking back the last few seasons, so like the big thing for them now, I think, is actually drafting in the first round. Like, let's not trade that first-round pick just to be a wild card team and lose in round 1. Like, let's actually keep our first round pick and actually make some draft picks now. Oh, didn't they trade a first in the Romanov deal as well when they got Romanov from Montreal? I think they gave up a first in that deal as well, if I'm not mistaken. And they traded for in Horvat as well. They gave up a first. That's right. So, yeah, no, they've been giving away well, not giving away. They've been getting players back in return. But what have those players turned into? Pajot has been very mid. He's a third line center. You gave up a first round draft pick for a third line center. The Palmieri Zajac deal. I think Palmieri's been a little disappointing, at least recently Palmieri's been disappointing. They gave up a one in the Romanov deal. They gave up one in the Horvat deal, and they just don't seem to. It doesn't elevate them. These players that they've brought in have not elevated them anywhere. They're still a wild card level team, and that's it. Maybe they should try to actually keep their first round pick this year. That's just my 2 cents. Keep your first round pick. Try and unload one of your bigger contracts if you can. Maybe someone will take a bite at Anders Lee. I mean, Lee's had a really rough start to the season. He looks completely washed out there, and he's not even that old. I mean, he's 33. He's got 2 years beyond this year left on his deal. His 40 goal days are certainly behind him. Maybe somebody takes a run at Anders Lee if you're able to retain some of that salary. You know, let's say the Islanders retain $3 million of his salary and he becomes a $4 million player for the new team against the cap, and you want Anders Lee as your third line left wing, then maybe you do that if you're a contender looking to add to your forward group. You know? That's something that could be possible if the Islanders really wanted to start selling guys. Then they could get at least $4 million off the books and have a little bit of cap space. I don't know. I just think the Islanders are in a really bad spot right here of being consistently right in the middle of the pack and not really being able to be more than that, but not fully selling off to be a bad team and get a high draft pick either. But you're right. Again, so many of these Islanders players have no trade or no movement clauses. Like, Anders Lee has a 15-team no-trade list that he can submit. So there's almost half the league right there that he can't be traded to. Now, if the Islanders are, let's say, 10 points out of a playoff spot at some point, and you go to Anders Lee and ask it and have a playoff team on the phone asking for him as a potential trade candidate, if I'm Anders Lee, I probably want to go to that playoff team. But again, you know, he has that option. And also salary retention definitely would come into play, I think, if the Islanders were to make a move for any of these guys with any of these guys that have these big contracts. They're definitely going to have salary retained. Anyway, we're going to be starting the third here. Whoops. Might want to be able to type. Shoot, I want to get a beer. I'm already done with that other one. So I'll be right back. We're just about to drop the puck. All right, here we go. He did not miss puck drop. Teams are lined up at center ice. Going to crack this bad boy. We're going to get cheers in the chat. Third period action. Stars and Jets. Let's go. Dallas with a 3-1 lead. Dumped in off the draw by the Stars. Winnipeg sends it all the way down. It's going to be icing if it reaches. And with the fresh sheet, no snow on the ice, it does. Icing against Winnipeg here just 14 seconds in. So here we go. Going to be an offensive zone draw for Dallas coming up. They lead this one by a couple of goals, looking for a strong third to finish off this win and stay in first place in the Central Division. Around it goes now down low. Played back there to Suter. Suter shoots it purposely wide, making it more of a pass off the end boards. Played there by Ben, who's hit along the boards. And eventually Ehlers comes away with the puck, gets it out of the zone, but then turns it right back over to Miro Heiskanen. Dallas dumps it deep. Johnston goes in on the forecheck while the rest of the guys get a change. Behind the net now, played by Pionk. Winnipeg's going to work it up ice. 50 seconds into period 3. Jets need to find some offense here in the third period. Stars up by a couple. Divisional battle in the Central. First place Dallas versus third place Winnipeg. We've got a tripping call coming up now against the Jets, as that was obvious and right in front of the referee. Dallas, who already has a power play goal in this game, is going to go to the power play again. And it's going to be... It was Hintz who was tripped down. I believe it's going to be Josh Morrissey going to the penalty box. It's Josh Morrissey going to the penalty box and Dallas going to the man advantage as he got the stick right into the skates there of Roope Hintz. So Dallas will look to build on their power play goal from the second period and go up again here in the get another one here in the third and go up by 3. See what they can do. One back. Heiskanen out high. Shot through traffic. Deflected wide off the end boards. Played by Jamie Benn. Back out in front. Heiskanen with another shot. Glove save. Rebound, and Hellebuck makes a stop on that one too. Dallas keeps possession though in the offensive zone. They cycle it around. Benn takes a hit from Appleton but gets the puck to Robertson. Back into the corner. Winnipeg steals. Lifted up by Sandberg and all the way down. Still a minute and a half left on the power plays. Heiskanen carries back in, drops it for Pavelski. Pavelski has some trouble, but gets help from Robertson. Heiskanen, Robertson. Heiskanen again, Robertson out high, top of the circle. Cycles with Benn. Benn around the boards. And Morgan Barron steals that one, gets it out of the zone. Dallas looking to carry back in. Here comes Hintz. Hintz back to the middle. Played by Robertson. To Benn on the near side as Robertson takes a hit. Heiskanen with it now. Through to Marchment. Out in front, Robertson shot there and a stick save by Hellebuck. Dillon now with a hit on Marchment. They shove in the corner, back out high. Hellebuck gets a blocker on it. The long shot from the point. Dallas with a ton of chances here on the power play, but Hellebuck coming up huge in goal. Robertson with it. Cycles, drops it off. Played for Heiskanen. Down in the corner. Back out high for Robertson. Shot through traffic. Deflected just wide. What's going on, Aaron? Welcome in. Thank you for watching. Good to have you here. Moved into the middle. Jason Robertson. Back there. Shot from Hintz. And that one gets stopped by the glove of Hellebuck. And finally, Winnipeg sends it all the way down. So many chances for Dallas. 5 seconds left. That's pretty much going to kill off the penalty. Dallas pouring on the pressure, but Hellebuck holds strong in goal. Around it goes on the backhand. That one gets knocked down. Played away over the red line. Dumped into the offensive end by Morrissey out of the penalty box. Just over 3 minutes now into the third period. Game still 3-1. Lowry with a hit on Marchment. Winnipeg keeps it in for now, but second chance Lundqvist carries out. He gets hit in front of the benches. Winnipeg takes possession back. No, James, I am not going to the Oilers game tonight. I live in Massachusetts. I'm about, God, I don't even know how many miles away from Edmonton. God, probably like over 3,000. I'd have to get the mileage on that. I have no idea. Completely opposite ends of North America. $16:09 to go here in the third. Face-off coming up. Yeah, I don't know, THG. I don't know if I'm going to be alive if they ever figure out teleportation. That might not be something in my lifetime, but I don't know. We'll see. I guess if they do come up with teleportation, I would be able to go to the Oilers game. 16 minutes to go. Winnipeg in the offensive end, not able to keep it there as Dallas gets it out. Fourth line for the Stars into the attacking zone. Sam Steele can't control. Played the other way, Iafallo. Into the offensive end. Off of a skate, Lindell clears. 15:40 to go now in the third period. Up through the neutral zone. Winnipeg back. Here's Kyle Connor into the attacking end. He's been fairly quiet in this game. Does have a few shots, but not the goal-scoring machine that Kyle Connor can be at times. Played back by Brendan Dillon as both teams get line changes. Regrouping in his own zone. Passes it over, now up the wing and into the attacking zone. Chasing his Ehlers on the forecheck. Jets trying to get something going. Up the boards it goes. That's cleared out. Back the other way. Dallas into the offensive end. Shot there. Saved by Hellebuck. Rebound. Pavelski couldn't get it redirected on goal. Ends up in the corner for Robertson. Cycling down is Heiskanen. Pinches to keep possession in the corner. Under 15 minutes to go here in the third period. Winnipeg still looking to get the offense going into the attacking zone. Spinning back is Ehlers. He walks in, fires a shot. Shoulder save by Wedgwood. He'll cover it up and get the whistle. We'll get a stoppage with 14:37 to go here in period number 3. Next stream is going to be Tuesday night. If you haven't seen it yet, pinned at the top of the chat. Buffalo Sabres versus Boston Bruins in Buffalo. That should be a fun one as we get an Atlantic Division battle coming up Tuesday night. Hey, what's going on, Tony? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. That's going to be a toss-up game, Tony, but I did predict the Islanders to win that game, and I do have a small bet on the Islanders in that one, but that's a very evenly matched matchup for sure. Stars back into the attacking zone, poked away from Duchesne, kept in by Lundqvist. Nils Lundqvist loses it. And back the other way, Kupari over to Barron into the offensive zone, driving wide off the outside of the goal. Jets with good possession here in the attacking end. Played back out high. Again through to Barron. Barron passes it over, redirected in! Saved by Wedgwood on Dylan Samberg. Around now, Dallas with Winnipeg with another shot that goes wide. Dallas gets it out of the zone into the offensive end. Duchesne dumps it deep. Yeah, Washington played last night, so I give the edge to the Islanders in that one. Here's Niederreiter cutting to the middle, a little off balance. Puck stolen away by Jamie Benn on the back check. And the Stars clear it out. Winnipeg's going to dump it right back in. It's Pionk from the red line. 13:20 to go here in the third. Fast-moving third period with not a lot of whistles, but we'll get one now as Wedgwood gloves that pop fly. And we'll get a stoppage. Still 3-1 Dallas with all the goals coming back in the second period. We'll head to our first commercial break of period number 3. And we are getting close to the halfway point of this third period. It's still a 2-goal lead for the Stars. So this game's moving along at a pretty good pace. So you see how the rest of the third goes. Winnipeg looking to come back, and Dallas just looking to hold this lead. Coming back now from the commercial. Feels like the commercial breaks have been pretty short in this game. I like it. Pretty short commercials, which is nice. Dallas still up by a couple trying to hold this lead. They're a very good team from when playing from in front. Winnipeg's going to need some real offense here in the final 13 minutes. As Heiskanen to Suter off the draw. Ben can't get it out. Kept in there by Morrissey. Sharp angle shot. Wedgwood. Good job holding the post. Johnson has it now past Lowry. Lowry, good regroup there off the boards. But eventually it's cleared out by the Stars. We're down now under 13 minutes played here in the third. Round it goes. Through the neutral zone. Stolen back by Dallas. Brought up into the offensive end. Here's Heiskanen. He goes down. Lowry up the other way to Appleton. into the offensive zone. Lowry gets it back. Pass back to the middle. Pionk with a shot. And a big save there by Wedgwood. With Niederreiter right on the doorstep poking away for the rebound. Wedgwood covers. And 12:29 to go in the third. Another big save for the Stars netminder. Boy, has Wedgwood been extremely good in this game. Offensive zone draw again now for the Jets. Shot in there. Now Wedgwood with another save. Traffic right in front. Dallas clears it all the way down. No icing. Played by Hellebuck. Over to Schmidt. Schmidt comes up. Lifts it over everybody. Dallas sends it right back through the neutral zone. Teams play catch a little bit here. Winnipeg regroups as Schmidt goes D to D. Backhanded up. Here's Perfetti. He gets it deep. Excuse me, that was Connor. 81, not 91. Dallas comes the other way as it's played over to Smith. And Smith backhands it in. Round it goes. Taken there by Schmidt. He works it through. Red line. Offline on the pass for Nemesnikov. Dallas is going to take it now. Here's Robertson in with a shot. Hellebuck makes a save holding the post. Puck below the goal line. Winnipeg comes away with it but doesn't get it out. And Dallas, that is out of the zone as they couldn't hold the blue line. That one gets stopped there for offsides with 11:27 left in the third. Stars still up 3-1. Shots 29-24 Stars as well. Off the draw, taken. Marchment keeps it in. Back to the middle. Here's Duchesne with a shot. And that's deflected up high off glass. Duchesne just missed. Good chance there for Matt Duchesne trying to make it 4-1. Winnipeg ends up icing the puck. We get a whistle now. 11 minutes to go in the third. That was a good opportunity for Matt Duchesne and the Dallas Stars to try and extend the lead. Marchment, the great behind the back backhand pass, but Duchesne was not able to beat Hellebuck, who makes the shoulder stop. Off the draw there. Shot goes wide. Dallas takes possession. Here's Lundqvist through traffic. Perfetti kicks that one aside. Good shot block from him. Work down low. Jets come the other way now. 3-on-2 up ice through the neutral zone. Dallas gets back. Here's Nemesnikov trying to drive in. He goes flying into the net. Wedgwood to the end boards as well, as there was a huge collision there involving the Stars defenseman Vlad Nemesnikov and the Stars goaltender Scott Wedgwood. And Wedgwood and Nemesnikov touch gloves there as it was not intentional. Nemesnikov got hit into him. And it was actually Harley that made most of the contact with Wedgwood. So Harley hits Nemesnikov into the Dallas net, hits his own goaltender as well, sending him flying to the end boards. A big collision, but everybody is okay. Back up on their feet. Everybody, Nemesnikov and Wedgwood touch gloves and say, good hard hockey. And we will have an offensive zone face-off now for the Winnipeg Jets. So that was some chaotic action here. It's a game that has been very tight checking and very, kind of structured. There hasn't been a lot of chaos in this game. That was a chaotic little sequence there. It made it pretty exciting. As it's brought up now by Winnipeg, they dump it back in. Dillon gets it deep. Wedgwood leaves it for Suter. Ryan Suter up the wall. Past Jamie Benn. Kept in by Kyle Connor, but Dallas gets another chance, and this time they will clear it out. Into the offensive zone. Evgeny Dadonov. Move through. Here's Connor. Into the offensive zone. There's Scheifele. Long shot from Brendan Dillon. He scores! Traffic in front, and Brendan Dillon finds a way through over the shoulder of Wedgwood. It's a 3-2 hockey game with 9:55 to go in the third. Just under 10 minutes remaining. Winnipeg is back within one. What a goal for Brendan Dillon through the traffic in front as he beats Wedgwood over the shoulder. Boy, did the Winnipeg Jets need that, and talk about an unlikely goal scorer. Brendan Dillon, a big, tough defensive defenseman, gets him on the board here in the third, makes it a 3-2 hockey game, and they are back within one with just under 10 minutes to go. This is a game. Oh, God, brutal. Winnipeg just took a penalty. Pretty much 10 seconds after scoring the goal, Rasmus Kupari's going to the penalty box. It's a hooking call against the Jets. And any momentum that Winnipeg just picked up on that Dillon goal now is going to be lost as Dallas goes to the power play. What a brutal, brutal time to take a penalty here for Winnipeg, as Kupari's in the box for hooking and Dallas goes to the man advantage. Chance now for the Stars to try and get back on top by 2 and extend the lead again. Brutal there for Rasmus Kupari to take a penalty. So Winnipeg obviously needs to kill this off. We go to a commercial break here. We'll have a chance to get a little bit of a break here while we wait for the play to resume. And during this commercial break, we're just under 10 minutes remaining in the third period, and we got ourselves a hockey game, 1-goal game, power play for Dallas coming up 3-2. All right, here we go. Early clear. Early clear here by the Jets on the PK. Dallas has to go back and regroup. It's taken by Hintz. 20 seconds gone already. Very important penalty kill here for Winnipeg. Pavelski stolen away from him and all the way down. Good job again by the Jets as they clear. 30 seconds already off of this penalty. Dallas looking a little bit sluggish and lost, back holding in their own zone now as they regroup. Up into the attacking zone. There's Robertson. Hintz around the wall. Nobody on the far side. Heiskanen can't get to it. Shorthanded break for Barron. Here comes to Nemesnikov. Sliding pad save by Wedgwood to save the goal. So close to a shorty there for Winnipeg. But Wedgwood makes a key stop. Played by Robertson the other way now. Dallas with it into the middle. Broken up by Barron and cleared all the way by the Jets. Big penalty kill here for Winnipeg. 40 seconds to go on the Dallas power play. They're both doing well, James. They're both doing well. Back out now. Over. Lundqvist with it out high. Final 30 seconds of the power play. Seguin back to Lundqvist off the boards. Kept in. Here's Johnson. Played through to Dadonov. Over back to Lundqvist. To Seguin by the face-off circle. Back to Lundqvist out quarterbacking. Long shot through traffic. Stopped by Hellebuck. Rebound chance. Kept out as well. Appleton with a check. Dillon takes the puck for Winnipeg. Hard off glass. And all the way down. Power play is over. Jets kill it off. It remains 3-2. What a finish coming here in these final 7.5 minutes between these two teams. Dumped in by Dallas. 1-goal hockey game. Winnipeg with it. Through to Kyle Connor. Line change for the Stars. Connor into the offensive zone. Back to the point. Long shot. Save with the pad by Wedgwood, and he covers up with 7:17 remaining. 30 shots on goal now for Dallas, 26 for Winnipeg. 3-2 on the scoreboard. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Jets as they look to tie this game. Long shot there. Shot attempt gets deflected wide. Winnipeg on the forecheck keeps possession in the offensive zone. Here's Scheifele down low. To the middle for a chance there. Iafallo fans on the shot. Harley gets it off glass and clears it all the way down. It's going to be icing. Stars ice the puck. Under 7 minutes to go. Jets still need one more. Perfetti to take the draw against Radek Faksa. Faksa wins it back. Lifted up and out. All the way down by Dallas. Morrissey gloves it and plays in his own end. He's chased by Craig Smith. Morrissey with a pass up to Ehlers. Ehlers with speed. Loses the puck at the red line. Gets it back though. Perfetti. Perfetti cuts to the middle. Poked away by Suter at the last second. DeMello pinches down on it. Over to Perfetti. In the corner. He throws one to the far side. Past Nemesnikov. Kept in by Ehlers. Out by the blue line. Over to Morrissey. Morrissey cuts it to the middle. Gets away from Marchment. Drops it back to DeMello. Back to Ehlers with a shot through traffic. And that one gets deflected up and out of play into the netting. Wow, Nikolai Ehlers with a good chance there. As Morrissey and Marchment have a few words. 6:10 to go here now in the third. Winnipeg really starting to look better here as they're putting on the offensive pressure trying to tie this game. And Dallas ices the puck again. They're sitting a little bit back on their heels here. As Winnipeg with a good, strong late third period push trying to even this baby up. Jets have the only goal of the third period so far. Have made it a 1-goal hockey game, still trailing 3-2. They need one more and they know it. They're playing like it. As they win it back in the attacking zone, setting up shop again. Looking to get a shot through on Wedgwood. That goes over the bar. Played there by Iafallo over Pionk to Connor. Kyle Connor along the boards. He's checked by Essa Lindell. Kept in it though by Pionk over to Morrissey. Morrissey with it. Long shot there. Blocked to the corner off of Scheifele. 5.5 to go in the third. Played out high, long shot gets blocked again. Dallas getting in the shooting lanes. Trying to get it out of their zone. Hintz gets pinned along the boards. Played down low. Taken here. Scheifele. That pass attempt gets blocked. Shot! There goes wide. Connor on it first. Scheifele down low. Played through to Robertson. He's going to lift it up and over everybody. Dallas gets a much-needed line change. Winnipeg will take the time to get one as well. Here's Morrissey with the puck under 5 minutes remaining in the third period. Morrissey turns it over. Knocked down there by Ben. He'll chase it in deep. Jamie Benn against Sandberg. Played there. Dadonov to Johnston. Johnston up the wall. Back out high for Heiskanen. Played through to Ben. Ben to the corner. Johnston on it. Winnipeg with a chance now. Perfetti's going to carry out of his own zone over the red line and dump it in deep. Heiskanen plays in his corner. Cycles it around. Pass Suter up the wing. Ben chips it out. Gonna get a line change. Stars still trying to hold on here as they're up by 1. Final 4:12 remaining now in the third period. Taken by Nemesnikov. Up and out, cleared into the offensive end, but it was offside as Nino Niederreiter was a little ahead of the play. We get a stoppage, third period. Going to be a commercial break coming up. Getting down now, under 5 minutes remaining. Winnipeg needs another goal to tie it. Dallas trying to hold this lead. This is going to be our final commercial break, I believe, of period number 3. Thank you guys again all so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this game. It's going right down to the wire. Hope you're enjoying the stream as well. Please don't forget, it really means a lot if you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, doing all different games, all different matchups all season long. So we'd love to have you become part of the community here if you would like to. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it as we're late in period number 3, and this one's coming right down to the final few minutes here. 1-goal hockey game. Winnipeg trying to tie things up. Dallas looking to hold this lead. It was a scoreless first period, and then a scoring explosion in the second with Dallas scoring 3, Winnipeg scoring 1. The Stars took a 3-1 lead into this final frame. And Winnipeg, Brendan Dillon, getting them back within 1 here in the third with a big goal. Where we sit right now with a 3-2 hockey game. Thank you guys again for being here. It looks like we haven't had any more problems with the stream since I switched servers on YouTube. So looks like that might have been the issue. It was a YouTube problem, and I switched from the primary to the secondary input server and haven't had any issues since. So that's looking good. Let's see what happens here now as we come back from the commercial break and get ready for this face-off. It is crunch time. Puck dumped in by Heiskanen. Dallas will go back in on the attack. Under 4 minutes to go in the period. Winnipeg gets it up. Move to the middle. Here's Adam Lowry into the offensive zone. Over for Niederreiter. Niederreiter with a shot. Wedgwood with the save. And Hockenpah there with a little shove on Appleton. Marchman and Lowry come together, but it settles down quickly. Nobody is going to be taking a penalty with under 4 minutes left in a 1-goal hockey game. This is not the time for scrums and punches and pushing and shoving. Nobody's doing that at this point in a game like this that's so close. Offensive zone draw for the Jets on the way. Scheifele against Johnston. Johnston wins it back, beating the veteran on the draw. And that's cleared all the way down by the Stars, but it's going to be icing as the pass doesn't connect. And we'll get another offensive zone chance for Winnipeg now. Scheifele will look to win the draw this time against Johnston, who's only in his second NHL season. Top line on the ice for the Jets as they look to score. And no, it looks like Fax is going to take the draw now. Off of that draw shot there. And a big opportunity for Scheifele. An even better glove save by Wedgwood. So Wedgwood able to make a big glove save, snagging that one away from Scheifele. Stays 3-2. Another offensive zone draw for the Jets. And Dallas wins this one back. Foxa was all over it. It's cleared up and into the Stars bench. That's going to be a whistle. Face-off goes back to the Dallas zone. 3:25 now to go in the third period. Boy, Winnipeg trying to win this draw. Got their top line on the ice, trying to get some offense going. Around it goes up the boards. Here's Connor. Back down low, past Scheifele. Only one there in the far corner is Sam Steele. Played to Heiskanen. Heiskanen off glass. Up, but not out of the zone as Morrissey keeps it in. Second chance, it's cleared to Pionk. Winnipeg in the neutral zone. Taken by Morrissey as they look to dump it back deep into the offensive end. Played on the attack, top of the circle. Iafallo driving wide around the outside of the goal. Keeps possession, plays it back out high for Pionk. Pionk to Morrissey, back to Iafallo, to Morrissey again with a shot. And that's going to be a glove save by Wedgwood. Covers that now with 2:43 remaining in the third. And another attacking zone draw on the way for the Winnipeg Jets as they push hard offensively to try and tie this game. Around it goes off the boards. Dallas chips it and right into their bench. So Dallas here really spending a ton of time in their own zone. Just hanging on to this lead. And they can't even get the puck out of their end with any sort of possession as they chip it out of play. Another offensive zone draw for the Jets. Hintz wins it back from Perfetti. Around the boards it goes. Chipped up the wall. Played there by Nemesnikov. 2.5 minutes to go in the third period. Another 30 to 45 seconds come off the board. And I think Winnipeg's going to think about pulling the goaltender. Played here finally by Pavelski. He gets it to the neutral zone, but that's it. Perfetti carries it right back in. Nemesnikov along the boards. Back to the point. Holds it along the wall. Everybody digging for it. Back to the point would have been the play there as Nate Schmidt was all alone. Pavelski sends it through to Hakanpää. Far side now, Hintz up the wall, kept in again by the Jets. This time it goes off a skate, though, and back out to the neutral zone. Both teams will get line changes. Under 2 minutes to go now in the third. And Hellebuck is still in the net. Got to imagine as soon as the Jets get the puck up ice, they're going to pull the goaltender here. Right back down in their own zone, though, so far, as that one's cleared. 1.5 minutes to go in the third period. Dumped in deep in. Rolled on Wedgwood, who plays it over to Suter. Suter off glass and all the way down. That one's cleared by Dallas. Hellebuck still in the net. Icing against the Stars. That will lead to a Jets offensive zone face-off. You've got to pull the goaltender here now with 1:23 to go. Winnipeg with down a goal with just over 1:20 remaining. They've pulled the goalie. And it is going to be all about the offense now for the Jets as they look to tie this game and force overtime. Coming right down to the wire. Can Dallas hold on, or does Winnipeg get a huge goal late? Dallas ices it right off the faceoff. No, it's no icing. Puck was deflected on the way, so no icing there. Winnipeg back the other way. Lowry sends it deep. Here's Scheifele. Lowry in on the forecheck as well. Adam Lowry comes away with it. Back to Morrissey. It's poked away from him. 2-on-1. Duchesne too far in front for Seguin. Couldn't connect on the pass. Seguin has it now and turns it over. Jets with it up ice. Lowry Pass over to Iafallo into the offensive zone. Iafallo with a backhand save by Wedgwood. Under 40 seconds now to go here in the third period. Lifted up and out. Dallas sends it all the way down. Puck on edge will reach for icing. Whistle with 33.4 to go. Winnipeg has now taken a shot on goal advantage, 32-30. But they still trail by 1 on the scoreboard. 33 seconds left to go in the third period. Dallas just hanging on for dear life here. Winnipeg has a ton of offensive pressure in the last 10 minutes. They're going to use their timeout now. Trying to set up a play to run off of this face-off. Obviously, they're going to try and win it and run a very tactical offensive play off of this draw. 33 seconds to go. They need 1 to tie it. Appreciate everybody watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. Hope you guys have enjoyed this game. It has been a good one going right down to the finish here. Thank you guys so much for being a part of it. Saturday evening, afternoon start, now into the evening, and Dallas wins the draw defensively. They can't chip it out. Second chance they do. All the way down, though, it's going to be icing. 25 seconds left as the Stars ice the puck. Winnipeg gets another crack at an offensive zone faceoff with a little bit of time left. I did call a 3-2 game. We'll see if it stays that way here with 25 seconds to go. Back off the draw. Long shot there by Morrissey. Deflected wide. Winnipeg has it. Offensive zone. They got to get pucks to the net. 15 seconds remaining in the third. Sharp angle shot. Wedgwood with the save. And a little pushing after as Scheifele and Suter get the gloves up as Scheifele was right in the face there of Scott Wedgwood. Trying to get to the net. Good night, Matt. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Tuesday for Sabres Bruins. 13 seconds to go here in the third. Winnipeg with another offensive zone faceoff. Wedgwood has been outstanding today for Dallas. Jake Ottinger will play tomorrow, most likely against Minnesota. Around it goes, down low. Lowry can't get it loose. Taken by the Stars off glass. Kept in by Morrissey. One last chance. Shot there. Stopped in front as the horn sounds. And that is going to do it. Holding on with a big, big, big performance from Scott Wedgwood are the Dallas Stars as they win this one 3-2. And Winnipeg cannot find a way to score in the final 5 of this one. It remains 3-2 Dallas as they hang on for dear life and pick up a huge divisional win, maintaining first place in the Central Division. And that does it here as this one comes to a close. What a hockey game. Low scoring, tight checking, divisional battle, just like I was expecting. A very close game right down to the wire. But when it comes down to it, the Dallas Stars come away with a 3-2 win on the road in Winnipeg. And a big, big win for Dallas. So that is going to do it for this one. I am done for today. A big win for the Stars, holding on after Winnipeg with a huge late surge, just not able to get that final goal. And I will be back Tuesday night for the Buffalo Sabres against the Boston Bruins in Buffalo, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That is going to be a fun one. Another divisional game, this time in the Atlantic. And that is going to be a good one. So hopefully you'll be able to join for that. That's going to be it for me today, though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget, it helps a ton if you haven't already. If you can hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. Fans of all NHL teams are welcome and wanted here, as I'll be covering the entire league all season long. Thank you guys so much for being a part of it. And hope you guys enjoyed this stream and enjoyed the game as well, as it was a good one between Dallas and Winnipeg. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your weekend. Appreciate you all spending some time with me here on your Saturday, and we will see you on Tuesday night. So thanks, guys, so much. Hopefully see you all soon. And with that, I am going to head off. Hopefully you enjoy some NHL action the rest of the weekend as well. See you guys later, and have a great night.